I wish when I was starting my Salesforce journey and when I had gotten my certification, I had passed everything, I was ready to go, I was so excited about getting a job. I wish I had a place like Salesforce Ben that had information about jobs, that had information about certifications, that had information about updating my LinkedIn and my resume. I wish I had that, and I'm so excited to be able to share with you guys that Salesforce Ben has that for you as you start your Salesforce journey. Hi, everybody. Welcome back to Salesforce with Megan. For those that are new here, I talk about everything Salesforce, tech, and career growth. So if those topics are of interest to you, go ahead and click the like and subscribe button. Would really appreciate it. Without further ado, we're going to go ahead and get into today's topic, which is Salesforce Ben. And this is a resource that I personally wish I had starting off in Salesforce. I wish I had a place where I could totally go geek out to, which I could share really interesting content with my coworkers or just anybody that I wanted to talk to Salesforce about. Salesforce Ben is a website which you can go to, and I'll show that here in a few seconds, which contains all of anything and literally everything that you could imagine. It has from what your salary should be, it has any updates and releases that Salesforce has, and then it has also specific cloud material. So depending if you're studying on your sales cert, your service cert, or even say Pardot, then they're going to have that information for you. Salesforce Ben is run by a small but a really powerful group of writers who really encourage you to learn in a fun way. And make it easy for you as the reader. And I personally love that because I get really bored. I need my information to go boom, boom, boom at me. So this is a really perfect example of if you are looking for something fun, if you are looking for a change of material that's taught to you, then this is absolutely the resource for you. So this is the homepage for Salesforce Ben. It has all of the articles that were recently released. You can see it by hours. You can also see who the author was. I really like this because if I miss anything, I can just go to the homepage and see if anything came up. I love being able to tab and save, and I'm kind of guilty of over tabbing these. If you are interested in just reading it anytime, it's a great read. They're not too long at all. It provides you the great information. And I'm going to go ahead and show an example as to why I absolutely love reading Salesforce Ben over other resources. And on the bottom here, you can see subscribe to our monthly newsletter. I highly do suggest that because if you don't see postings through, let's say LinkedIn, like I do daily, it will be a great way for you to find out what's going on in the Salesforce ecosystem. Have you perhaps missed something? There's always something I miss. I mean, the ecosystem is constantly changing, so it's probably best that you just put in your email. It's going to be really great for you. So as you guys can see here in the events page, it's very similar to what I talked about in a previous video of when Salesforce has local events, and I'll link that here if you want to look into that. But with Salesforce Ben, it has events globally. So depending on where you are, of course, you can sign up for that. So something that honestly interested me was Women in Salesforce, and that was a global community launch. But however, as you can see, the location of where it is in London, and me being in Texas, that's not going to happen. But overall, really good type of events, just depending on where you are. You have the time frame, the date, the title, and then again, the city. If you wanted to find out more information on that particular event, you would just click it and you have a great breakdown of what's going to be offered to you. And if you wanted additional information, sometimes they'll have a website linked right under and you'll just click that. And as you can see, it's going to take you to the actual event, not just linked from Salesforce Ben, for example. But this gives you a lot more content on what that event's going to be hosting. So now that we're back on the events page, again, I do highly suggest wherever you are in the world, just seeing what's going on in your local area. It's so much fun being able to meet people worldwide, connect with them online, and get to know people worldwide, get to see what they're doing. So I absolutely love that Salesforce Ben has events for all of us to be able to connect with each other. So now that we're done with events, we're going to hop over to get certified. So this is a section that I wish I personally knew about when getting certified, is that Salesforce Ben offers all different type of resources. If we go and we scroll down, anywhere from Salesforce certification pathways, you have browse your certification preparation guidelines, you have a complete list of Salesforce certifications. As you guys can see, there's so much material that would have been helpful for me studying. So I'm glad to be able to provide this for you guys moving forward. There's also 6 tips to pass any certification, not just one type of certification. And then there's free Salesforce admin practice exams for those that are taking their Salesforce admin exam. Here, if you scroll down, you have a brief overview of what this free practice test would be, and then you can actually start the quiz. So again, I absolutely love that Salesforce Ben has this type of material for everybody. So I highly do suggest that if you are interested in finding out more tips, just kind of expanding your knowledge from what you already know, test out this too. It does not hurt. And then if you scroll to the bottom, you can break it down into areas that you're interested in. As you can see, there's specific admin paths, and then there's articles for that. And then you have developers, architects, and then so forth, even marketing. So I love this about Salesforce Ben. Highly do suggest looking into that. And next, we're going to go ahead into the fun part, which is getting a job. So now in the getting a job section, it gives you a breakdown of any updated information for specific Salesforce jobs, as that's continuously changing, especially with COVID-19. So right here, we have that Salesforce predicts 4.2 million additional jobs by 2024. So y'all, if that is not a hint to get on your admin cert, I don't know what else is. So if you see right here, you have the most popular, same thing as the Get Certified page. It's broken down into little articles throughout the webpage, but you have Ultimate Guide to Getting a Job, you have Browse Your Interview Questions, you have Salary Guides, which I know that's really important to a lot of people. And then you also have the marketing portion of when you're getting out there and you're interviewing, you have Improve Your LinkedIn Profile, and then also your resume. So again, highly do suggest checking this out. This is actually some of the stuff that I'll be talking about in my future videos. So great to be able to have additional resources on top of that. And then scrolling down, again, for those that are starting off with an entry-level Salesforce job, this is a really great resource here. It says how to land your first Salesforce job, 5 common mistakes. And so scrolling down to the jump to section, you can just hop to whatever area in Salesforce that you're interested in. For this video, I'm going to be just showing the admin section. So I don't have to click the jump to, I can just scroll down right here. So for the resources that they have for admins, it's Salesforce admin FAQs, 15 plus questions answered that are probably asked a lot. And then you have your Salesforce admin career, depending on what you want to do as an admin. And then they always have quick links that you can see your Salesforce admin salary guide. And if I was to click on that, it would take me to the breakdown of 2021, what your salary should be as an admin. And as you scroll down into that page, you can see your roles and responsibilities. Again, something I wish I knew. Then you have based on where you are in your Salesforce journey as an admin. Are you more a junior? Are you more a senior? And then they provide breakdowns to you based on how many years you've been working. What should your typical day look like, and what type of things would you be doing on a day-to-day basis? And then scrolling down, you'll see the Salesforce administrator salaries. What I really love that Salesforce Ben does is that they don't just cater to one country, they cater to various countries, because as we all know, Salesforce is global. Everybody wants to know their salary worldwide. So they have Canada, UK, Ireland, Spain, Italy, Belgium, Netherlands, and then scrolling down, you'll have even more. You'll have it break down into Australia, Japan, Singapore, and India, for example. So these are just some really great resources provided to you absolutely for free. I don't know if I mentioned that, guys, but Salesforce Ben is free. This is literally a website where you can go and get all this information for free. You have junior, mid-level, and then senior levels, depending on where you are. This is really great. So you don't have to question when you're going into an interview, what should my salary be? You kind of have an idea right here. And from there, you can feed off of that and start understanding perhaps why you're worth what you're worth at, wherever you are in your journey. So as a content creator, I'm supposed to make things fun for my viewers, right? I'm supposed to make things pop out at you, fun sounds, fun actions, fun videos. And that's really important because I want to keep you guys entertained as you learn about a topic that perhaps is not always the funnest thing to learn about, especially when you're studying. Salesforce Ben does a terrific job of doing that. As content creators, they understand how to make their posts engaging. They know how to make it fun. They know how to not make a reader bored. And to me, that's really important. So here's an example of a recent release that just came out. It's the hottest Salesforce Winter 22 releases. As you can scroll down, you have all the 15 updates broken down into section, and it's not long. It's really straight and direct to the point. So you have flow updates. Okay, it does this, that, and that. Got it. And if I wanted to read more information into it, I could just click the links that they typically provide and I could look further into it. And then same thing scrolling down, the lightning page performance, they provide me again a breakdown additional resources, but they also provide a picture for me. So perhaps when I'm reading this, it makes sense, but when I see a picture, I'm like, oh, well, that makes even more sense. And this is why SalesforceBen is so much fun to read. It's just providing graphics so the reader doesn't get bored. Coming from an education background, I would say about 90% of my students learn, but I get really bored learning. I wish there was some type of material that we had that was actually engaging. And SalesforceBen does a terrific job at providing that for you. So I wanted to show you guys the difference between SalesforceBen and then also Salesforce Winter 22 release notes. So for example, if we hop right into Salesforce, this is where you're going to see your Winter 22 releases. As you can see, what's new this release, you have it broken down into the website, the highlights module, and then you also have a trailhead. At this point, you guys are familiar with trailhead. Let's go ahead and click right into it. So as you can see, it's the new module for Winter 22. And this is the way that Salesforce does make their new content engaging, is that you can go through the modules itself, and here's actual hands-on challenges that you can do. As you guys are familiar, it has the test or either the hands-on through the Trailhead Playground. Again, SalesforceBen and Salesforce with the Trailhead modules are completely different. I still suggest doing both of them, looking into it, and then also doing the hands-on because SalesforceBen obviously doesn't have hands-on. It's more of that content reading. So as everybody can see, those are the major differences between Salesforce release notes versus the SalesforceBen's release notes. Overall, I think that SalesforceBen has a lot of engaging content for the reader. They make it pop, they make it work for us. And again, it really just comes down to what type of learner you are. So everybody, that is a key difference between SalesforceBen and Salesforce release notes, for example. I absolutely highly recommend coming into SalesforceBen, taking a deep dive of the website itself, getting involved, seeing information about getting certified, seeing information about getting a job. It's so much fun getting an email from SalesforceBen every month. It's actually an email that I star and highlight and always come back to. And save this as a tab, sign up for the newsletter, and stay involved in what's going on in your local community. And that is all I have for you today. So I hope this resource was helpful. If it is, go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe. Would love to hear from everybody. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.